this is Dr. Hein, and welcome to the Math Bunker. Today we're going to identify angles and talk about some alternative names for these angles. Uh, Notice that angle X and angle Y have one thing in common. They share the same side. They also share the same corner, which we call a vertex. Okay, we call this an adjacent angle. Let's say we have angle 1 at the top and angle 2. We call this an adjacent angle. But we have another name for angle 1 and angle 2, and for angle X and angle Y. We also call this a linear pair. Okay, it's important to note that a linear pair, we once again share the same side that I highlight in orange, and we share the same corner. Okay, where it gets the name linear pair, notice that there is a straight line. Okay, and that means that this line is 180 degrees. Okay, now linear pairs, all linear pairs are adjacent, but not all adjacent angles are linear pairs. And to show you an example, I'll draw a 90-degree angle, separate it with a midpoint, and one angle is 45 degrees. We'll call it angle X. The other angle is 45 degrees. We'll call it angle Y. This is an adjacent angle. Notice it does not have a straight line. So if we had two angles, and there we can identify a straight line, we would call angle 1 and bottom a linear pair. It is also called adjacent angle, but this one is only called an adjacent angle because it doesn't have a straight line. Okay. All right, another set of angles. Let me draw two parallel lines, and I'm going to separate these parallel lines again by transversal. Well, label T for the transversal, and this can be angle X, this could be angle Y. Okay. Now notice that angle X and angle Y are on the interior of the parallel lines. Okay, that's the interior. Remember, the outside, the top here, and the bottom is the exterior, but angle X and angle Y is on the interior. Okay, we call this a consecutive interior because it's on the same side as the transversal and on the inside of the parallel lines. Okay, another name for a consecutive interior is same side interior. Same side means the same thing as consecutive. Okay, another name for consecutive interior is we call it a co-interior. Like you've ever seen a restroom that had both the male picture and female picture on there, that means a male or female can use the restroom. That's a co-restroom. So a co-interior. So it has three names: consecutive interior, same side interior, co-interior. Again, this is Dr. Hein, and thank you for joining me for the Math Bunker.